Hey fam, good morning. Welcome back to our winter residence here at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base near Tucson, Arizona. This is Don with today's weather report. The current temperature is 65 degrees with a high of 74. A cool day. There's a 40% chance of precipitation and a 100% chance of love between Peggy and I. So what we got going on today, fam? I don't know, but right now, Peggy asked me to take DJ for a little walk. Peggy had a little late start this morning because right now it's about 9:15, so she's just not getting her breakfast and everything. DJ and I have already had breakfast. Well, Peggy made herself some sausage and eggs and stuff, and DJ would not stop staring at her. Peggy was like, "Donald, could you get them, please?" Because DJ will give you a guilt trip. He will give you a guilt trip when you're eating and you don't give him none. But y'all know we'll make sure we don't give him any human food. So he's just a little bit disappointed in us. He's a little bit on the sad side, but he'll be all right. So this is a good time for me to take DJ for a walk, and we haven't included a DJ walk in the last couple videos, and we've been hearing about it. We heard you, fam. So let's go ahead and cover that right now. All right.
Good morning, family.
Hey.
There's Don and the DJ. So we're just outside hanging out this morning. It feels really good. I think the high today is going to be 79. I'm sure he's already given y'all the weather report, but it feels really, really good out here. So I cannot wait until it gets a little darker so I can come out and watch Madea Boo 2. Because if I could watch that every day, I would. But I'm going to sit outside and watch it today because it's a Halloween movie and I feel like watching it. So today, I want to try something I found on TikTok. Popping your popcorn on a Blackstone. I did not know you could do that. Now, it's probably going to be an epic fail, but your girl going to try it anyway just to see because I love popcorn. So we're going to try it this morning so that if it works, we could be outside watching TV. Eating popcorn. That is the life for me. That is the life. It is a very quiet Sunday morning, but I'm noticing, remember we were telling you guys that the place wasn't getting full. Well, it seems like it's getting there. The people who invited us here last year told us that as long as you get to Davis-Monthan by November, like early November, you could get a spot. And she was spot on with that. So yeah, we're not doing anything today, but we already skipped a day of Vlogtober and I didn't want to skip another one. So we're going to try to do this popcorn thing. Now I found it on TikTok and the lady said, it's a guy, and he said you're supposed to have honey and Cajun seasoning. We don't have honey, so Donald and I are about to run up to the commissary and grab some honey. We need waters and eggs for this week. So As long as they not $21, I'm cool with it. So we're getting ready to hop in the car, run up to the store real quick, and so I will see you guys in the car. All right, fam. So we're getting ready to head up to this commissary. You know what? Every time Donald and I go to military bases, we always look at housing. But I really like these houses. So I'm going to show you just a few as we drive by. But I really, really like the houses on this base, the way they're made and everything.
It's a good thing. You know, we've driven through like every base, like they said, we drive through the housing and stuff. And there's been a couple times where I saw the housing in such disrepair and stuff. I felt sad for like, we're just not spending where we should sometimes. We wouldn't talk about taking care of the people who take care of us.
Yeah.
And some places the housing was so bad that I felt like we were in some sort of second world, third world country for real. Yeah. And it's good. I'm glad to see that some places are maintaining the housing where they should.
Yeah. Well, then too, like, they started building newer housing and they abandoned the old house. I think that's what it was. Yeah. They started building, because Balfour Beatty came in and built all these newer homes for the soldiers. And the older homes, that's when they opened it up to like DOD civilians, retirees.
Oh, that's probably it.
Who else? It was 3 people that could live here.
DOD civilians, retirees.
What do they call them? Bachelors. What do you call them?
Geographical bachelors, yeah.
And people like that. Like, I think they get to live in the older housing. But the thing is, you're going to pay the same price.
You'll pay the same price.
So normally what they do is, if you're newly enrolled into the military, then your neighbors could possibly be DOD civilians, the bachelors, and the retirees.
There you go.
Right. So y'all live in the same community. So, I mean, it is separated by class. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. You got to work your way up. And to me, I think the way that they do it is fine. Like, I don't have a problem with it, because I can remember some young ladies were really, really upset, right? Because her husband was like a private. Was it private, the very first one?
Yeah.
Or is it
private PV2, PFC? Yes.
Yeah. They were newly into the military, and she was upset that a captain's wife lived. Now, the captain had been in for 15 plus years.
Exactly.
And this young lady had just got here, and she was like, she didn't think it was right that she couldn't live where they lived, and it's all the military. And they were like, well, ma'am, you can't afford it because of your BAH. Like, her husband tried to explain it to her, but she was not listening. She was like, no, if we all in the military, we should be here together. She got some more like newly married women into the army, and they gonna stage a coup, right? And they were like, we get in this house, and we don't accept that. We don't accept that. And they was like, ma'am, you can't afford to live here. Not even if you could, you can't afford it, because their BAH is what you're making monthly.
Exactly.
You know, so somebody had to they had to have a meeting with these young ladies. And they had to explain, even though the husband had already explained it, they were like, no, we are gonna, we're gonna live, and she shouldn't be living better than us. It's like, you have to work your way up through the ranks. You'll eventually get there. And here's another thing. You don't even have to live on post. You can move on post. That's the thing. You don't even have to live on post. You have options. But if you decide to live on post, that's what the rule is.
You gotta get a house that's commensurate with your commensurate.
Oh, is that the new word today? That's the word for the day. That's the word of the day.
You have to get some housing that's commensurate with the amount of money the government pays you for housing. Based on your rank, you get a different amount of money for housing and stuff. So she couldn't live with the captain's off post, because the captain could afford better housing. So you can't live with the captain's on post.
You just have to live within your means, is basically what they told her. Yeah. You have to live within your means, because even if they would allow her to live there, she would only be able to pay the rent. She wouldn't be, and then you got a whole nother set of issues. And I'm like, I was trying to explain it to them. I'm like, you young ladies have to learn. Like, you work your way up, and you get better, you live better, you do better.
But it's sad that the soldiers, the husbands, they understood it. The actual active duty service member, whether it's the spouse, whether it's the husband or the wife, they understood it. It's just that sometimes you just got to explain it to these spouses,
to the wives and stuff like that. Oh, I remember one time Donald got called in. Remember when you were in Afghanistan? Donald got called in because I was talking to the Sergeant Major's, well, not Sergeant Major, the Colonel's wife. I was talking to the Colonel's wife. I didn't know who she was because I was new to the military myself. I didn't know who she was. And we were just talking, right? And some girls came to her with some complaints and stuff like that. And so I just added my 2 little cents in. I wasn't really complaining like them. Like, these girls were really complaining. And I just said like 1 or 2 things. Because when the men leave, the Army's supposed to take her to wife. But one lady wanted them to come in and paint her house and do all this other stuff that was not.
Oh, come in and mow the lawn.
Yeah, and mow the lawn and do stuff like that. And I was just saying, like, my husband went first. I ain't seen that pay raise yet. That's what I remember. It was about money. Yeah. And I was saying, I haven't seen that raise yet. They called Donald in. And baby, they told into him, "Oh, we not paying you enough, Sergeant." Back then, you know, they paid you well when your husband was deployed.
Yeah,
like,
you got extra.
Almost doubled his salary, almost, right? And so everybody talking about all this money, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not getting that money. But again, I didn't know I was talking to the Colonel's wife. So she took all of this to her husband, and he called all of us in, all the husbands in, one at a time. And he was like, "Sergeant Wendley, I'm surprised at you." He was like, "Are we not paying you enough? Do you need some financial management? Do your wife need," and he was like, "What? Your wife told my wife that you don't have enough money." And
oh, there you go. That's it. They turned it all around.
And you know what I did? Because I was just asking, like, why the other people got their raises and we didn't. Well, they were lying.
They had lied.
The ladies were lying, and I'm just like, okay. So at that point, your girl knew to shut her mouth and not deal with these women no more. I was done. I was like, first of all, I was like, I didn't know you were the Colonel's wife, because she was one of these ladies that didn't carry herself like,
she didn't carry her rank, her husband's rank with her. Because
most people like they carry their husband's rank, and you know they're important, and everybody's always, you know, fanning her panty, her what I want to say, kissing her behind.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's what they were doing, right? And I'm just like, she was not that way, and I just felt comfortable talking to her. But did I learn? And when she would come over and talk, we kept it strictly business. No, ma'am, your husband would not be calling my husband in again. Because Donald called me. He was like, babe, because he called me at a weird time, and he was like,
no, because they said get on the phone and call your wives and talk it out. Y'all figure this stuff out.
Yeah, and I thought something was wrong, right? And he was like, were you talking to the Colonel's wife? And I was like, I don't even know the Colonel's wife, first of all. So how could I talk to her? He was like, well, she told him X, Y, and Z. And so I was like, oh, I did not know that's who that was. I was like, so she the ops, huh? She the ops, okay?
Peggy became very, very big with the family support group.
Yeah, because I was the only one that didn't have small kids, and when the emergency came up, who they called? Peggy. Peggy was, listen, I had to adopt somebody's kids, and she had 5.
Yeah.
She had 5 kids, and they were like 10, 9, 8, 7, and 2. 10, 9, 8, 7, 2. Yeah, I had to adopt those kids till the man came back, and they were legally my children, and I was so uncomfortable with that. But I had to do it, because if I didn't, they were going to take those kids.
Wards of the state.
And I was just, until he came back from deployment, or until they could figure out how to get him back. And I was like, look, because she invited me to the meeting. I'll never forget it. And I was like, out of all the people, like, me and you ain't really cool, but why are you inviting me to this meeting? Well, I didn't know it was a meeting with the state of Georgia, right? Yeah. We were in Augusta.
Yeah.
And she was like, I just need you to go with me to kind of hold my hand through it, because I don't know what I'm doing. And I was like, oh, okay. And so when the lady started talking, and she was like, so you brought her to be a ward of, you know, over your children? And I was like, wait, what? And she was like, well, yeah, I just need you to do this for me, because I don't want so-and-so to know that this happened. Right, because what she did was she left her kids home alone.
Yeah. And
they were running through the neighborhood, and it happened more than one occasion. But she was gone for hours and hours, and her kids would be out, and the cops got called one time, and they was like, this has happened. I mean, her neighbors were recording and doing all kind of stuff. So they were really trying to take her kids from her. And so she was like, Peggy, if you don't do this, I'm gonna lose them. And so I'm like, okay. And so I felt bad because I had to be, like, we had 6 months left.
Yeah, that was a lot.
And I'm like, I got to be in charge of these kids for 6 months.
You was just basically responsible. If she would have kept on doing what she was doing.
If she had done anything wrong, because they had, listen, baby, they had my name, they had my address. I don't know, but let's go, player.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and head out. We're going to look at a few houses, then we're going to go to the commissary.
Yeah.
All right, fam.
And I was just like, okay, but no, like, I didn't want to do that. But so those last 6 months were so hard,
stressful.
Right? They were stressful because I'm like, girl, where you at? Are you at home with your kids? I say, look, if you need to go to the store or you need to do anything where you're going to be gone for more than 15 minutes, you call me and I will go sit with those children and I will XYZ. But then she called her mother and her sister up and they kind of helped out. But I was just like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, put me on the spot. Who does that?
You better than me. They couldn't have brought me into some office and sprung that on me, boy.
Yeah,
I'd have been like, yeah, I had to go home and think about that. You can't go home. No,
I didn't want to see her lose her kids, though. You know,
that's what I'm saying.
I didn't.
They brought the right one. They brought a good lady in, but
I don't know, because I think I just took I don't know why I did that, but I just didn't like it. What you say? Well, you don't like it.
I love kids. I just don't like taking care of kids. There you go. Yeah. I love kids. Hey fam, what's going on? So we out here, right? Get ready to do this popcorn experiment Peggy was telling y'all about. But
it's not an experiment. It's not. It's as seen on TikTok. It's not an experiment.
It's not an experiment. Okay, it's not an experiment, fam. It's this. She's gonna do this scientific culinary
delight
contraption, the way you want to call it. There you go.
It's a delight. It's a delight.
Okay. I just want to tell you guys a story.
Go ahead.
So we got back from the commissary, right? We realized we didn't have everything we needed, so I didn't make a run. I had to run to the store. Now, I ended up running to like 3 or 4 stores trying to find some other stuff, right? And I've been gone for like 41 minutes. So I called up my wife, my beautiful, loving, kind, caring wife. I said, baby, you ain't checked on me. Because see, if Peggy said she's going to the store for 15, 30 minutes, I'm checking on her at 30 minutes. She ain't check on me.
I have more trust in you than you have in me. That's all that is.
So you know what she tells me? She said, hang up, let me call you back. Hang up, let me call you back and then I'll check on you. I said, nope, too late.
That's funny. I was thinking about you.
She was thinking about me, fam. But
he had DJ with him.
Okay, yeah.
He had DJ. Nobody was going to bother him. But anyway, fam, this just real quick and then we're going to let y'all go. So now, the lady didn't do any measuring, so I'm not going to do any measuring either. Now, she got it from a guy. So I watched both videos and I'm just like, let's just try it, see how it is.
When last time you watched the video?
About a week ago. About a week ago.
You didn't get a refresher course or nothing?
Popcorn, baby.
Hey, I would have needed a refresher course.
Well, let's get into it.
All right, let's get into it, fam.
Okay, so all she did was pour some popcorn in a bowl. We're going to go with about that much right there. Okay? Because we're just trying to see if it's going to work. And then she said you need this oil. Any kind of popcorn, but this oil. So what you're supposed to do is cover the kernels. Pour enough oil in to cover the kernels. See that? Get in that bowl, baby. Okay, so it's covered, right? This is what you're supposed to do. Just like that. Yeah, it looks covered. It looks covered to y'all?
Looks covered to me.
All right, let's get into it. So all she did, now this side over here gets hotter than this side. So I'm gonna put it over here, just like this. We're gonna pop some popcorn on the Blackstone, fam. Cause this what she did. She spread it out like that. You wanna get it as flat as you can get it. Cause that's what she did, fam.
Oh, I think it's for the pop.
It ain't warm enough yet, sweetie.
Oh.
Look at her, y'all. See, I want to make sure I can cover it, right?
Okay.
So, I noticed too much stirring. I have been in love with this. I don't know if y'all can see the name of it. Oh, I'm sorry. So I have been in love with this jalapeno salt. I got this from Ross and it was $2.99. So I'm going to sprinkle this on my popcorn when it's done, but just want to tell y'all about it. Look at all that goodness inside there. Okay.
Oh, there you go. That was the first pop.
Y'all, we got some action.
Whoa! Yeah, wait till it's like one pop for every 3 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to a stop pop.
Smell it. Yep, that's it. Look at that. Woo! Oh.
Damn, look at this popcorn. Ooh, it's still popping, kind of. Ooh.
See, you don't want it to burn either. I think you did good. There's a few kernels unpopped, but...
Very few.
Very few, exactly. You didn't let it burn.
All right, fam, so as you can see, this popped really, really good. Nice and fluffy, right? So here's his recipe. He says take some honey and drizzle it. I don't like sweet popcorn, so we drizzle the popcorn with honey. And then he said take some Old Bay seasoning or some Cajun seasoning and sprinkle it on the popcorn just a little bit.
Now you wouldn't think Old Bay and honey on popcorn.
I know.
Ooh, that smells good.
It smells amazing. Okay, now, you know you got to try it first.
Yeah.
All right, so Donald gonna taste it first. He's gonna be my taste tester. Is it weird?
That was a little weird.
Is it edible?
Oh yeah.
Is it good?
I wouldn't know what to call the flavor though. Sweet barbecue? I don't know.
But is it good though? Like don't worry about calling it a name. Just would you eat? Well, I guess he would. He tearing that popcorn up. So it must be a hit. Okay, let me try.
You would like that.
Let me see.
You might want to put some more Old Bay on it. It might need more Old Bay.
Now, you know what? It almost gives you the taste of having seasoning salt on your popcorn, which we grew up eating it like that. Instead of putting salt on your popcorn, we used to put seasoning salt on our popcorn. If you have never tried it, try it. But I would not eat it because I don't like sweet popcorn unless it's caramel.
It's barely sweet though.
Yeah, that's why I reserved some back. But see me, I like to put we outside, y'all. Listen, this salt right here is so good on everything. I'm almost out. Now that's how you eat popcorn.
Okay.
Well, fam, now we know you can make popcorn on the Blackstone, so I was gonna give me a popcorn maker, but I don't need to now that I can do that. But that was so good. I guess there was about a cup of popcorn. I made quite a bit, so you might want to try half if you don't need that much. But yeah,
so that'd be fun for like an outdoor movie night or something. We just have the Blackstone's already out here.
Yeah.
Throw some popcorn on the grill. Come with our own little flavors. Yeah. We probably want to do Old Bay and honey. I'm gonna come with some sweet style, and Peggy will come with some super spicy style that'll burn your tongue off.
All I need is salt and Cajun.
Cajun salt and pepper or something.
No, just that red pepper flakes or something like that. That's all I need. I just need the hot sauce. That's all I need. But anyway, fam, thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you are not a family member, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then smash that notification bell so you'll be notified each and every time that we upload a video. So come along with us, and we're going to try to finish out Vlogtober.
In style, fam.
Vlogtober.
In style. So we just want to remind you guys, you got to do something good for yourself.
And for others as well.
And for others as well. Y'all take it easy, fam.
You remember the other day you did that video?
Oh. Well, I had to do your voice. I had to be me and Peggy that time.
That was funny.
Take it easy, fam.
Take me in your arms, do just what you want. You're the one I trust. I belong to you, and I'll always be around when I need some loving, baby. And I'll never let you down.